Y'all planning for this?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special edition of Reading Time with Jarvis. While I am still reading 5 to as many as 10 books a month, I want to use this episode to share with you some of the most popular sections from my book, Delivering Massive Value, The Financial Advisor's Guide to a Highly Profitable, Hyper-Efficient Practice. Please note, after being highlighted by Nick Murray, Michael Kitces, and dozens of my fellow advisors, my book has totally sold out on Amazon and is currently unavailable. While we wait for new copies to be printed, Micah and I are adding several new bonuses to the book, and I'll be excited to send you a new copy when it's ready. Until then, enjoy this highlight from the Audible version of my book.
For some reason, most financial planners seem to think that the only proper financial plan is a fancy, intimidating, 100-page long spiral-bound document that your clients will never read. The thinking goes that as long as you can run all those projections, you probably should, right? I mean, if one projection is good, then 50 must be better, and surely 500 are even better than that. Come on, Matt, you're thinking. I've spent an entire meeting pumping clients for information. How can I possibly distill all of my recommendations down to a single page? Is that even real financial advice? I'm going to walk you through exactly how I put together and deliver my one-page financial plans to clients so that you can create and use them for your own business. This allows you to give clients personal, actionable advice without requiring them to do a bunch of work up front. It's the culmination of your carefully designed prospect process, and most importantly, it's the perfect way to deliver massive value. Why a one-page financial plan? Whether you're filling one page or 100 pages, any effective financial plan should have two main goals. Number one, deliver personal, actionable advice, and number two, save the client time. To accomplish this, every single inch of that plan needs to be personalized and save time for the client. That's why they're here talking to you and not browsing Google. If you give them 200 pages of the same generic printouts that 50,000 other advisors are giving out, you are neither giving them personalized advice nor saving them time. They'll ignore your carefully calculated plan, throw it in a drawer, and never look at it again. And they'll have an even harder time approaching the next financial planner in the future. And if the client is too daunted to look at the plan ever again, you're really giving them nothing at all. Giving clients what they really want. Clients aren't paying you by the page, and they surely aren't paying you to show off your work. They're paying you to understand their situation. Use your expertise to measure it against the overall financial landscape and tell them what to do with their money to best accomplish their goals. Do you really need more than a page to deliver that information? There's nothing lazy about giving your clients a one-page financial plan. In fact, the opposite is true. I'm not just giving clients a stack of papers and inviting them to get to work. I'm actually doing the work for them by analyzing their situation ahead of time. In fact, I would dare any person doing a 50-page financial plan to boil it down to one page and tell me if it took them more or less effort. After all, how much work does it really take to plug some numbers into whatever software you're using, check a bunch of boxes, and print some papers? If this is your process, what are you really trying to prove? Laser focus on what really matters. One of the biggest problems with traditional financial plans, and the reason it's so easy for clients to go home and forget about them, is the huge disconnect between this dense and intimidating stack of pages and the client's actual life. This makes complete sense. Unless you, the financial planner, draw real connections between the information and the actual lived experience of your client, that document is destined for that special filing cabinet under the desk every time. Still skeptical? Try my highlighter trick. Go through your next long-form financial plan and highlight every line you can find that is actually personal, actionable, and saves the client time. By the way, don't worry that you'll run out of ink. Those highlighted portions are the pieces of the plan that actually matter to the client. Go ahead and guess how many pages it will take to fit it all. 1. And what about all the junk that's left over? If it doesn't help your client, they don't need it. The unbelievable part is that other advisors hand out all this useless stuff at all. Remember to keep setting expectations. The OnePage financial plan is many things, but it's not magic and it doesn't work all on its own. There's a reason most firms hide behind traditional plans. For the OnePage financial plan to really do its job, it must be part of a carefully designed prospect process that manages clients' expectations. As we covered in a previous chapter, you must set and manage these expectations before presenting the OnePage financial plan, or you risk the prospect being insulted that you did so little work. Here's how I prepare my clients to appreciate the type of value I deliver with my OnePage financial plan. Mr. Client, I used to create these really long and elaborate financial plans, but no one liked to read them except for me. With your permission, I'll create a one-page executive summary for you so that you know exactly what action needs to be taken without having to read an entire book. Is that okay with you? Remember, by asking clients questions you already know the answer to, you can easily get them on the same page and eager to accept your recommendations, especially when they can see those recommendations are designed to make their lives easier. Anatomy of a one-page financial plan. We've all seen a client's eyes glaze over when we give them far too much information. But as soon as you pass them your one-page financial plan, you're going to see something magical happen. Rather than cringe and turn away from the report, your client is going to lean forward, intrigued, interested, engaged by a financial document. I know. In this section, I'm going to show you exactly how to structure your one-page financial plan to maximize the space available and hit all the main points of a 20 or even 50-page report would, but only better because your client is actually looking at them. Primary goals. Before you can get to the business of helping your clients grow their wealth and achieve their goals, you have to understand what those goals are, and you have to present them in a way that truly matters to the client. Since you've been talking with your clients, you should be able to anticipate their primary goals and help them articulate it. Retirement income. If your client needs to make changes, start by stating the net monthly income their current portfolio and situation could generate, then make specific recommendations to achieve them. Risk management or asset protection. Back in our initial meeting with prospective clients, we played a little coy with clients and talked about managing risk to get them thinking about their insurance and long-term care plans in ways that weren't driven by emotion. This part of the one-page financial plan is really just an opportunity to look for holes in their existing plan. Income taxes. Lots of aging people don't consider the ramifications of unchecked income taxes. Poorly managed, up to 80% or even 90% of someone's wealth could be lost to the government. I like to tell my clients, don't leave the IRS a tip. Investment portfolio. This is the nuts and bolts of the financial plan. With all of the data we've collected, we are now able to make recommendations that can dramatically change our client's financial picture. Start with overall recommendations, then get specific with how they should reallocate their investments in order to accomplish the goals listed at the top of the page. These are their personal top-of-mind goals plus the goals you added for them. And that's it. With this single page of information, you can arm your potential client with everything they need to take control of their financial life while sparing them the heavy emotional drain of digging through spreadsheets and following complex information. To see several real-world examples of one-page financial plans I've created, visit our website, theperfectria.com.
I hope you've enjoyed this snippet from my book, Delivering Massive Value. As noted earlier, due to overwhelming demand, which I'm very honored by, the book is currently sold out. To get on the waiting list for the soon-to-be-released new and improved version, please send an email to lifestyle@theperfectria. And until next time, happy planning.
Hold on before we go. Something that you need to know. This isn't tax, legal, or investment advice. That isn't our intent. Information designed to change lives. Financial planning can make you thrive. Start today, don't think twice. Be a better husband, father, mother, and